of me not being like a fair trader came in, but like I usually always give like pretty fair trades. It usually takes a few rounds of negotiations to make sure everyone's just as equally unhappy, but I give fair trades. Yet for some reason in this league, people treat me as if like I'm not good enough to make a fair deal with. And I'm sitting at my team and I'm looking, I'm like, yo, dog, I am one of the 5 highest scorers. Yes, head to head, but what it's saying is if you're one of the top 3 or 4 scorers in your league, but you have a bottom 5 defense, what that says is eventually the pendulum has to swing. You just got to pick one lineup, stay with it, barring like injuries and buys, and just like roll with it and just like stay with it. And that's where I'm at with this team. Like dead ass. Like and I was the whole time that's why when I texted you about the Eagles and the Rams game, I was laughing because I'm sitting there like, yo, dog, if I would have kept Dallas Goedert in, I win this game. Okay, cool. I lost this game at 1-4. But I'm looking across the league. The top team, he scored the most points, but he's currently starting Daniel Jones as his quarterback. Redraft league. He's currently starting Daniel Jones as his quarterback. But I'm looking at it. He had the number 1 overall pick. So some way he got Mike Evans, Justin Jefferson, and AJ Brown, along with Kenneth Walker. Like his team's pretty serious. But Justin Jefferson just went out, and he's starting Daniel Jones, who can barely give him double-digit points. I have Tua and Lamar. So now I'm like, okay, we're about to make some shit shake. I'm gonna be silent with it. I am going to stay patient because I'm looking at my team now. I'm like, yo, I have a lot of depth, so I'm gonna ride Tua and Tyreek pause. Like I'm going to stick with this stack. It is going to be the most random stack, but it's almost he's too good to take out Mostert.
Yeah.
He's too good to take out. So I'm really about to ride a Tua, Mostert, Tyreek stack. And I got Puka, Alexander Madison, and then T. Higgins at flex. Like if I gotta ride it out, I'm gonna pick a lineup and I'm just gonna stay with it. I might change like defenses and kickers depending on the matchup, but I'm going to like stay with it because that's what got me to the championship game in this league last year. I had a crazy stack. Like it was Pat Mahomes. This was ridiculous. I had Pat Mahomes, Juju, and Travis Kelce, and Harrison Butker. So basically, I built a team around the MVP's offense, and I was just outscoring everyone. So now I'm like, okay, that was a formula to success last year in this league. In this particular league, I have a fantasy cheat code in Tyreek Hill. I have his quarterback and one of their starting running backs now that Devon A-Chain is unfortunately injured for a few weeks, which is something to talk about in this dynasty league later. But now I'm looking at it like, okay, I'm gonna set a lineup and I'm going to roll with this lineup for the next. I'm giving it at least next 2 weeks. It's an experiment. Next 2 weeks, won't touch it. Only thing I'm moving is defenses, kickers, unless it's like an injury or bye week.
Dog,
see some trades coming.
I'm so angry.
I'm telling you. Listen, man, it's still early in the season.
I'm gonna lose that league. I feel it. Like Saquon, like lost Nick Chubb. Saquon can't get healthy.
It's high ankle sprain.
Dog, I had DJ Moore last week and I still lost.
Yo, in that dynasty league, if Greg didn't have Justin Fields and DJ Moore, like if he would have benched one of them, it would have been a game. Because that was the best my team's played all season. I'm telling you, it's a young team, but I figured out my fucking lineup.
Oh yeah,
tight end university over here might pay off. What a draft I had! I hit on some picks. What a draft I had!
And now James Conner's on IR. God. Dog.
Listen, Sam Laporta, Tajay Spears, Luke Musgrave, and Tank Bigsby. Those are my 4 draft picks, and all of them are. I'm looking back at it. Might be a solid. Listen, your boy might. Let me stop. Anyway, listen. I was looking at my fantasy tracker. Right, it's this tracker I have.
I've seen it
with all my. So I'm looking at my fantasy tracker, and I'm in 9 leagues. I broke them out by 3 tiers.
Okay.
Tiers are broken out by the winnings, obviously, because that's you pay more attention to the leagues you win, more money's in. So in my tier 3, that's first is like playing for charity or just a random league you found online that for free, up to winning a total of $300. Okay. My total record in this league is 2-6. I'm only in 2 of these tier 3 leagues.
Okay.
Now, one is a work league, so it's like, okay,
Whatever.
I can live with it. Another one is my cousin's league. Now, let me tell you something. I think there's an omen when you win a fantasy football league. Let me tell you why. When I first joined this league almost 10 years ago, I kid you not, I was brand new to fantasy football. 10, 15 years ago. 10 to 13 years ago. I was brand new to fantasy football. I joined this league with my cousin and his friends. I win this league 4 years in a row.
What?
Dynasty. Oh, did not know what I knew about football. So once they told me the basics of fantasy, I was like, oh, I think I get this. Oh, won it 4 years in a row. And after that fourth year, that fourth one was tough. After that fourth one, bro, it has been like I have stunk every year since. And like there's been like a 2-year period where I got mad and left the league, but then I came back just off of it's my cousin. I'm not gonna leave him hanging if you need somebody to join the league. Bruh, this league, ESPN projected me to finish first. Crazy team. I've won 1 game. Yo, dog, I'm like, yo, what?
But has anyone ever won 4 in a row since you?
No.
Yeah, so you still got bragging rights.
Yeah, but like I want to win now. I
know. I know. I'm just saying, like, no one can talk to you when you the inaugural champ 4 times in a row. Jeezy only won Trap of the Year 3 times in a row.
You're right. Now in my tier 2, so this is first place, and I'm only talking about first place in terms of the tiers, not total pots. I'm talking about first place. So tier 2, these are winnings between 4 and 600. Now, surprisingly, 2 teams and two of my 3 tier 2 teams are 3-1. Well, now I gotta update these. These are one's 3-2.
Okay.
One's 4-1. So actually, let me update these now. So one's 4-1. That's our redraft league. The other one's 3-2. So how about that?
Look at you.
I know, right? The other one is our Superflex league where I am 2-3 now. I'm now 2-3. That was a big win last week for me. Big win.
Another league that's insane. I'm 4-1 and in 3rd place. Crazy.
Hey, that's a top heavy league.
Yeah,
it's a top
I think
heavy
the guy
league.
in second has only scored 5 more points than me. Something like that.
Yo, that's another league where I was tinkering with the lineups. I got mad, dropped Drake London and Desmond Ridder, picked up some people. Yo, by the way, I still don't understand what the big hubbub in the group, like it was so. Listen, can you explain? Did you read that discourse?
And I had no idea what they were. I don't understand the confusion of the waiver wire. So the person who has the worst record gets the first pick in the waiver wire, but once you claim that pick, you go to the bottom, correct?
Yes, it just like starts over. But like, no, I think the way I've always interpreted it is like the waiver wire goes for when everyone goes in a knit like that, like today. When everyone goes in today, puts a claim in for, let's just say, the top 10 to 12, depending on the league size, free agents available. Depending on league record, that's the order that they assign based on, right? So whoever, let's just say I am the worst in this league because let's just say our redraft league. I'm the worst in this league, and it's a draft strategy. Now it's a strategy. It's a roster strategy of mine that I have now because I know I'm gonna be the first to pick on the waiver claim. So now it's okay. Who's the best free agent out there? I'm intentionally going to pick them up in hopes that someone might trade with me because they might need them, right? So it goes in that order until you get to first place, who should be the last person to pick. And then after that, it goes in order until everyone's waiver claims have been put in. Then after everyone's waiver claims have been put in and you wake up Tuesday to see if you've gotten, after that, it should just be come as you go. You should just be able to pick up somebody and drop them. But if you drop them, they're on waivers then for 2 days.
I think the argument was
then you got to be strategic about when you drop people.
Because it was Drake London and Desmond Ridder. I ended up
and I strategically dropped them when I did so that you'd only be able to. I think I've dropped them like on Wednesday or Thursday.
You dropped Drake London on Wednesday. You dropped Desmond like last Sunday because I made a claim for Desmond Speaking of which, in that Superflex league, I won this week with Zach Wilson and Desmond Ritter as the 2 quarterbacks.
It's possible.
Elite.
I don't know why people. That's why I was in there and I was people were in there and they were complaining and talking about some free agency based. I was like, what the? I was like, why? Like, this isn't confusing to me. Like, this is. Honestly, I've never done free agency based. I've only done this, and it always makes sense to me. So I've never really understood that one.
Confusing. I've done free agency where have you done like each team gets $100 for the season? You make bids on players you want. I've done that before. That's a lot of fun.
Is that free agency based?
No, so it's just who had the highest bidder. It does not matter who has the worst record. So if you drop Drake London and I think he's worth $7 and Kyle thinks he's worth $15, Kyle gets him. Doesn't matter if Kyle's the best team in the league or he's the worst team in the league. Now, I think if it's a tie, like if 2 people bid $15, it'll probably go to the team with the worst record. But yeah, it's just everybody get $100. Spend how you see fit.
I might be interested. Listen, I might be interested in something.
That feels like slavery.
Maybe. It does feel like slavery. You're right. We're not doing that. Fuck that. I'm not paying for you people. Fuck that. So yeah. So I'm currently doing pretty well in my tier 2 leagues. So maybe Superflex League looks like it's on the rise now that I made a trade last week. Is it a coincidence that the week that I trade away my trio of Travis Etienne, Trevor Lawrence, and Calvin Ridley is the week I finally get a win?
Sometimes you gotta get rid of the cancer.
Sometimes you just gotta break up. You know what I'm saying? And then in my tier 1, what's up, Kyle? What's up, Bam? And then in my tier 1 league. So these are leagues where the winnings are 600 and above. I'm in 4 of these.
Big money.
I'm in 4 of these, and let's just say 1 and 4, 1 and 4, 4 and 1, 4 and 1. That's the 4 and 1. Hold on, 1 and 4, 1 and 4, 1 and 4, 4 and 1.
Okay.
4 tier 1 leagues, 3 1-win teams. Now you're thinking, you're terrible. You don't know how to draft. Let me tell you something. The one of these 1-win teams, as I mentioned earlier, I am the 3rd highest scorer, have the 2nd worst defense. Yet and still, if I start Dallas Goedert and the Bills knew how to cover a punt in week 1, I would be sitting at 2 and 3. That's on me. I'm gonna own that. In another league, my team's just young. That's dynasty. The team's just young. We're here talking about fantasy. You might as well start here. That's my team's just young. I'm not afraid to admit that team's young, but this was the best week that team's had, and I'm proud of it. I'm gosh darn proud of it. Now, since we're here on fantasy and we have Kyle and Bam here, I was having to look at the standings before we came on air because I was like, Bam. A lot of spicy talk last week, and I was like, looking at the standings, and you know where Bam is?
7th.
Gosh darn it! What does that make Bam?
He
the best of the worst.
Yeah, huh? I'm the last. I'm the what's this? The worst of the best.
Yeah, the worst of the best.
Hey, I can't. I snuck in last year's 6th seed, now won. Y'all better.
We're gonna get you your belt too.
Y'all better take me out. Because if I get in, my team is riddled with injuries. Still finding ways to win. I got 4 cats on IR.
Listen, how many IR
3
spots do we have? Oh, brother. Listen, Bam, all I'm saying is, brother, chestnut checkers.
I don't know.
But if you turn around, who knows? I got hope for you. All I'm saying is, he said so for those following along on the audio adventure, Bam in the live chat says he loved watching my team run into the buzzsaw known as Justin Fields and DJ Moore. Yeah, that's the only reason why I won. To be honest with you.
Hey, and in our dynasty league, Gerson 5-0, he has Jettas.
He also has Addison.
Yeah, I mean, but no one can replace Jettas.
You're right. That's one.
And when Kirk Cousins is gone, And
You think how valuable is KJ Osborne?
I put a claim in for him in a couple leagues.
All right, maybe I'm gonna move my claim up for him to the top.
Collusion. This is the shit they talking about in the chat.
No, it's not collusion. I'm the worst team in the league. I'm the worst team in the league. I know I'm gonna get it.
Oh, are you talking about in
talking about dynasty? Yeah. I'm the worst team in the league. I know I'm get it. Record wise,
dog.
I still think I think. Listen, I'm on the market. Maybe for a couple of back end picks for maybe a running back.
Yeah, I think I need to pick some depth pieces, some picks. I need to start building for the future. So I might put some dog Cam Akers. If I ever see Cam Akers in public, I might call him the N-word.
That's your thoughts. That's your thoughts. He won you the league.
He did. He came back like week 13.
Yeah. He won you the league.
I'm waiting for Hunter Renfrow to be traded to a team that knows how to use his skill set. Like that, to me, like that is going to be my Cam Akers. Like when Hunter Renfrow gets traded to a team that can use his skill set and he turns back into Wes Welker, we up.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, he is dependent on Hunter Renfrow to bring his franchise.
I just need like I am there. Like I just need someone to push me over the top.
I just need a stable running back.
Well, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know if you want to talk to me.
It's funny because I traded away Jonathan Taylor, but
I mean, you want to come talk to me? Well, James Conner's on IR. Cam Akers ain't shit. I might
honestly.
Would you be interested in Javonte Williams?
I don't know if I regret the Jonathan Taylor trade yet. I know they just paid him big money, but something about Zach Moss is funny to me. We about to talk about it pretty soon in our NFL recap. Something about Zach Moss is funny.
Would you be interested in Javonte Williams?
No.
Nope, that's all I got.
No.
I didn't mean to cut you off. What were you saying?
No, you're good. I'm just no. Back to my fantasy talk, man. Listen, all I'm saying is, as I look at my dynasty team, 162 points. I like it. Listen to this. First week, 95 points. Second week, 103 points. Third week, 137. Fourth week, which was last week, first win. This week, most points scored this season by our team. We're on the up and up. Now, next week doesn't look too hot in terms of who we're playing, but you never know.
Bam, you can have Javonte for Gerson's first round pick. I'll give him to you right now.
Oh man, I have to look at that.
Yeah, you know what? Let me keep going.
Oh, now Bam Spicy. How many points did Najee give you? Wow, that's crazy. What did I do? Anybody interested in Tank Bigsby?
Maybe.
Now the real question is, who out here needs some tight ends? Because I got some TE1s over here. That's
well, I have Dallas Goedert. We good over here.
Cole Kmet, Zach Ertz, Luke Musgrave, Sam Laporta.
Now,
sitting on some TE1s.
You're not serious about Sam Laporta. I know you're not.
Nah, that's my TE1 in the future. I traded away Mark Andrews and picked up Sam Laporta off the trade. Okay. Let me tell you something. Howie Roseman over here. D-Mix Rosen.
D-Mix Rosen? Is that what we're going with?
D-Mix Rosen. Listen, I got 5. I got 1, 2, 3, 4. I got 5 picks right now, and the guy who I think is going to win the tournament to get the number 1 prize is currently sitting at 7th. So I'm not too far off over here.
Okay.
Now, what's going to be interesting to me are some of these back picks, because I got Rojo's 2nd, Kyle's 3rd, Greg's 3rd, Shayet's 3rd. So these are all probably playoff teams. But I'm going to find some depth in the back half. Watch this.
Well, since Bam, how serious are you about Javonte?
What are you talking about? You're not trading Javonte.
Shh. You want to bet?
Bam, I want to. Bam. If you want a tight end, brother, we can talk a trade. I'm happy to send. I got some good tight ends. I put them on the trade market. I'm happy. And this is to anyone. Maybe you're looking to build your roster a different way, not through running backs and wide receivers, maybe through the tight end market. I'm here. Talk to me about trades. I'm listed to them all. I'm looking for either some draft picks in next year's draft or some mid-tier running backs. I'm listening, and I'm open for business.
Me too.
I'm open for business.
Me too. All right, let's do this. Bam. I'll give you Javonte Williams for Gerson's first-round pick next year and Brandon Cooks. The trade machine says
the trade machine says that's some bullshit.
The trade machine says
Bam, run.
The trade machine said that is fair. I'll run it through my second trade machine.
Bam, run.
Hold on. No, because I pride myself on being fair.
Bam, run.
2024
run.
First.
Wait in the water. Bam, run. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to episode Speak on It.
Before we get to, so yeah, you are right. D, the other trade machine said that's a terrible trade for you. I don't want to do that to you because I love you, but I will.
Oh, my stomach. My stomach. Oh,
let's see, but this is why,
ladies and gentlemen of the, I might have to take you to homie court for that. That is hilarious. What was you trying to pull? What was you trying to pull on live air like that?
No. That is why I put it through two trade machines. That's why I try to put it through two trade machines.
Whoa. Listen, Kyle, I know you saw this. Kyle, I know you heard this trade. I know you have thoughts.
Kyle said
that was the biggest load of bullshit.
Damn, I take that trade off the table. You deserve better than that.
No, don't take it. Take that bitch and throw it off the table.
Okay, here we go. This is a fair trade.
Ooh, man.
Bam, I will give you Javonte Williams, a third-round pick, and Dalton Schultz for Gerson's first-round pick and Brandon Cooks. The trade machine that says that is fair. Dog, we're gonna rename this the trade. The trade show.
Listen, I'm trying to catch my breath because that was some of the biggest load of bullshit I've ever heard. Nope. That first trade was so bad, dog. I might take you to homie court. I might take you to fantasy court because that was Greg-esque.
Don't you ever.
Was that bad?
Ever. Greg be, I hope Greg listening. Greg be doing, you know what? Today was a good day. We not doing that. Bam. Ooh, check your where is it at? There it is. I just sent you a proposal, Bam.
Kyle sent me a trade while on air that I'd like to discuss.
Talk about it.
So he would like Josh Palmer. No, he would send. No. Wait a minute. So Kyle would like to get Josh Palmer and a second-round pick for me to receive Miles Sanders.
So this is gonna be a lot of hate in my heart.
Nah, hold on, my brother. I might not even need you on this one. I might not even need because I think we're going to the same place. Kyle.
Are you about to do what Christian said to? He said to Edge on AEW.
Kyle, let's talk some counter trades. Let's talk some counter trades.
Bam, you know what to do. Hit accept.
I can't do Miles Sanders. I can't do Miles. Why Miles? I have Miles Sanders. His name is Najee Harris. So I
That's
don't.
funny.
Uh, yeah, I don't. I
That's
don't know.
funny.
Yeah, Kyle, I'm gonna have to. You my man, but I'm gonna have to respectfully decline this one. Um, but maybe if you're in the market for some tight ends, or honestly, I would be willing to send a Josh Palmer and a second for a decent wide receiver or a decent running back. You have a good farm of them, but maybe if you're in the market for some tight ends, maybe we can maybe get more realistic on some of those back half trades. Danny, you let me know if you're in the market for something, my brother. We can always go shopping again.
Let me see how Bam act. Bam, that's a fair trade.
Can you read the trade out so I can hear it?
So I would be giving up Javonte Williams, a third round pick, and Dalton Schultz for Gerson's pick, which is going to be a late first.
Wait, read your side again.
Javonte Williams,
Mm-hmm.
third round pick,
Mm-hmm.
and Dalton Schultz for
Wait, tight end for the Houston Texans, Dalton Schultz.
Dalton. He been putting up numbers past.
Okay, no, I just needed to make sure.
Yeah, for Gerson's first round pick, which is going to be a
Stop
late
right there.
because he's going to
What
be.
are we doing? Why are you asking for a first round pick? You haven't given up one first round pick player.
The trade machine says it's fair. And that's what I go by. I go by the trade machine.
If you don't say the trade machine is shut the fuck up. Tell the fucking trade machine is shut the fuck. That's bad. Listen, dog. That trade machine. I just killed your whole argument over one sentence. You talk about a trade machine.
Trade machine said that's fair. The trade machine said that is a fair trade for both of us.
I'm about to cry. What? Danny, read that. Danny, read that one again.
Hey, yo, man, we ain't reading that one.
Whoa. You're about to give up Javonte. You're about to give up a running back in a bad offense. A tight end.
He said he interested in Javonte. I'm trying to get him Javonte. What are we talking about? We ain't gonna talk about me like I'm some kind of. I've been a fair trader this entire time.
My stomach.
We not doing that. We not throwing dirt on my name.
Danny,
yeah, Cal, you can call me Calc Boy. I just try to.
Oh man.
Try to be very.
Damn, we're on the same page there because that was some BS. That was some BS.
Well, Bam, how about this? You want Javonte? You think of something. And don't even bring that weak ass Gus Edwards in there because I know you're gonna throw him in there. I do not want Gus Edwards. And if you throw in Chase Claypool, I'm calling your mom.
Kyle, if you're interested in wide receivers, I have Romeo Doubs and or Christian Watson. Maybe if you are maybe an interest of one of the Packers' young wide receivers. I also have a George Pickens, but it would come at a cost, Kyle. It would come at a cost. It would come at a hefty cost. I'm gonna be honest with you. It would come at a hefty cost. Matter of fact, I don't have a George Pickens. We don't have a George Pickens. He would be upset with us.
Bam, make me an offer for Javonte, and I'll let you know how crazy it is.
Bam, Can I throw an offer out there for Javonte?
Yes.
Because I'm gonna look at Bam's roster real quick, and then we're gonna get into a little bit of some of the games from this past weekend. So, Bam, why do you need a running back? Well, need some depth. Okay, I see it. Maybe. Um, but you also have Lamar Jackson, who at his best is at his best is your second best running back. So maybe I could maybe see for Javante straight up. That's what I would do. A straight up trade. Javante ain't worth much more than a bag of rocks. But
Whoa.
if you're asking me, I might do something along the lines of Christian Kirk for Javante.
I traded Christian Kirk last year to Bam. I don't want no Christian Kirk.
I would be interested in Christian Kirk.
Well, then, yeah, y'all go talk about Christian Kirk.
What about Jerry Jeudy?
You know what's funny? I've been trying to get Jerry Jeudy from Bam for over a year, and every time he's told me no. But
I don't know.
I would listen to it. I'd have to sleep on it because Devontae needs a running mate, and not that Jerry. I would do that trade thinking that Jerry would get traded. Like, that's definitely a potential trade.
Kyle, if you're interested in Romeo Dubs still, we can work something. Maybe a Romeo Dubs. Romeo Dubs. Bam, let me tell you something, Bam. I'm looking at your roster.
You see why I went for the picks?
Bam needs a tight end. Bam, I'll put you an off run right now. Bam needs a tight end. He don't want none of this Jonnu Smith. He wants a tight end. I'll tell you what. Bam. Here's what I could do.
Oh, look at here comes the 5-0 guy. Here's Gerson. Talk about how I dominated Kyle. Pause. Hey yo.
Man. Wow.
Hey yo.
I don't know what's going on here. No, listen, I'm still trying not to laugh from your initial offer to Bam. Yo, you offered that man Javante a tight end and a third round pick for somebody else's first round pick.
The calculator said it was okay.
Dude, that motherfucking calculator. Oh man. Bam. I got an offer for you. Listen. Bam, you need a running back. Bam, I can give you
Give him A-Chain.
All right, Bam, I can maybe offer you some young. I got you, Bam. I gotta stay fly.
Jefferson not on the block. You lying? Oh, he said LOL JK. I was like, man, that man ain't.
Danny, talk us through some of the headlines through the NFL while me and Bam work on early trade talks.
All right. So for those of you, he said A-Chain for a third. LOL. Laugh at that. Laugh at that the way you laughed at me.
Bam, I can tell you right now. Actually, that is funny.
Yeah.
You must think I'm smoking. Are you on the narcotic?
Yeah, laugh at him the way you laughed at me.
No, your shit was bad. First off, that is gonna be on. That's a social clip.
The calculator said it was okay. Thank you, Gerson. Unless you're mocking me, which I have a feeling you're mocking me.
Please change your team name to the calculator, because that is your new.
I mean, the Ronald Isley's tax returns, that is a back way of saying it. You know what? No. I am the reigning champ. I ain't gonna sit taking shit from nobody who can do nothing against me last year.
Oh,
I'm the
bro.
champ. I have the belt. Y'all bow down to me.
Your pause.
No, I didn't say bow down on me. I said bow down to me.
Oh,
That's not a pause moment.
bow down. Now go ahead, bro. Talk us through some of that.
Let's start with that nasty football that we had to watch. You know, that game was so nasty I turned it off. So the Raiders beat the Packers. Kyle, do y'all want to like mourn? Do you guys want to talk about
More. Let me tell you something. This is not one of those seasons where I'm thinking the Packers are some world beaters. We are young. We don't know what the fuck we're doing out there. This is a young football team.
It's very young.
Every week, I just need to see growth. I need to see improvement, and I want to see better execution. And I want to see week in and week out how Jordan Love responds to situational football, how he's looking out there, the reads he's making. And I'm all trying to see where this defense is. Can you guys stop somebody? You know what I saw yesterday? I saw a defense that did not play bad at all. At all. I saw a defense that was ready to play. I saw an offense, though, that needs to go back into the lab, and they need to cook. They need to cook. I think it's a young team, young receiving room in the league. Kyle, I don't know about you, but I feel like we need a veteran in the league. I wish like there was a guy out there. I wish there was a guy out there like maybe that wore the number 17 that you could just throw to on every down.
That's crazy.
I don't know.
That's crazy.
Bam says Christian Watson not so good without Rodgers throwing him deep balls. First off, pause. Pause. Second, he caught a long pass yesterday. So again, Bam, this is why I got your first round pick, because you don't be watching ball. Because I don't know what you be talking about.
Yo, that's another pause.
Play me. Don't pause me. Play me.
For me, the funniest thing about last night was Josh McDaniels and his decision making. Every week it just gets funnier and funnier. Last night he refused to take the timeout before the half. He ended up with the ball. I think it was 55 seconds left in the clock. It could have been a lot more had he utilized his timeouts. And then, of course, kicking the field goal. You need 1 yard. You win the game. You missed the field goal, and now the Packers have a chance to come and win. Dog, if you have the current rushing leader. If I can't look at Josh Jacobs and say, "Hey, my brother, get me a yard and we can go home,"
he looked his team in the eyes and low key called him some bitches.
Not even low key, high key. We at midfield.
Funny enough is, I wonder as a football player, like how you get up, pause, to play for this guy. If at the end of the day, in the crucial situations, that's what he thinks to y'all. He couldn't even listen. The Eagles have basically shown y'all that if you want to bend the rule book, do the damn tush push. It's the easiest 3 yards you're gonna get.
The reason it works in Philadelphia is because
I'm about to send you a trade, by the way. I'm gonna put my phone down. And I'm getting tired of you damn announcers out here telling us, well, you know, the Eagles do it at a 90% rate and the rest of the league does it
That's right.
As an 83% rate. Yo,
That's
dog, right. That's still a B. That essentially means anything excuse me. That essentially means with anything with an average O-line and above, you can get this play done. This is some bullshit.
Do you know why it works for the Eagles? Because Jalen squats 600 pounds. Jimmy G squats 200 on his heavy day.
First off, I'm going to need y'all Eagles fans to stop pushing that agenda, because everything about that is weird that y'all actually keep trying to brag about that.
Hey, dog.
Why
my quarterback is powerful.
Your QB squats.
That's why it works so much.
That's weird.
That's why the Colts failed when they tried it. That's why two Giants got hurt.
I've seen Daniel Jones do it.
Hey, I saw the Cowboys run it and it worked. Hey, if you don't like it, stop it.
It shouldn't be in the league. We playing football.
Y'all sound like some hoes.
We play football, not rugby.
Y'all sound like some hoes. Oh, that team just said we want. No, you know what?
Upset that
the next thing is going to be
cost them the Super Bowl.
The next thing's going to be Tyreek Hill's too fast. We need to limit the number of times he can run go routes. No, man, stop being hoes. Stop it. The ref already let you line up off sides.
You can't coach speed. You can coach some bullshit though. You can coach some.
Nope. Stop it. They already let defensive tackles line off sides to try to stop it. Still don't work. Stop it. Tell your quarterback get in the squat room. He out here doing calisthenics. Tell that man put some weight on the bar. Pause. Big pause. Any thoughts about Dallas getting beaten from the God in America?
That was a wild statement. Kyle said, fantasy-wise, Jalen Hurts has the highest weekly ceiling for a QB because he is the best short yardage QB in the league.
And you know what? I'm gonna say this right now. They're gonna ban the tush.
Kyle said it. That's respectable, but he also not walking around saying, "Make you be squatting 600 pounds."
Hey, stop it!
That's weird to me. Hey, there's no pause. That's weird to me.
And you know what's gonna happen? They're gonna ban the tush push, and guess what? Jalen's still gonna get them sneaks.
You gotta do it the old traditional way.
Hey, the Patriots ran the tush push for years. Nobody cared. Now all of a sudden, the black man does it. It's not football. It is a rugby play. It's not even.
First off, that's not even the same play.
Tom Brady had people pushing him when he did QB sneaks.
He did not.
Yes, he did. No, Tom had people pushing.
Ain't nobody pushing those. Yo, no.
But the black man does
First off, why do Eagle fans bring everything back to Tom Brady? He live in your head rent free.
I'm just saying, the Patriots ran.
Is this because the only person, one of two people to beat Tom Brady in a Super Bowl is a QB better than Donovan McNabb and Eli Manning?
Hey, the streets talked. And they agreed that Donovan's better than Eli. I don't know why that's a conversation.
Yeah. Well, first off, a broken clock is right twice a day. So
I don't know why we had that conversation.
Speaking of the NFC East, yo, what happened to the Cowboys?
Oh, man, that was I went to bed. Let me tell you something. And I said this last year, and I'll say it again. You want to neutralize Micah Parsons, run right at him. That's all you got to do. The Eagles did it last year. You want to neutralize Micah Parsons, tell your guard, pull, meet Micah Parsons in the hole, pause, and that's all you got to do. Run power right at him. Run right at Micah, and that's a wrap.
A lot of over pursuit?
No, I'm just saying he's too little. Like, sure, he can beat a defensive end coming off the edge, but, let a lineman get downhill. That's a wrap. Run right at him.
You think that's what the Eagles
whatever. That's what San Fran did. Where Mike at? We running over here. And they're running.
They also got Trent Williams, though.
I mean, we have Lane Johnson.
It's funny. I compare San Francisco and Philadelphia, I guess, roster-wise. Mm-hmm. And Dallas fares very well against Philly, yet can't do nothing against San Fran.
I mean, that's because we play them twice a year.
Maybe. But it's you would
just like when the Eagles play the Rams, like we've had Sean McVay's number since he's been the coach of the Rams.
And that was still a close game for about three quarters.
Eagles dominated. They won't win that game.
Yeah, I mean, but it was a close game. Y'all just didn't get off the field.
Yeah,
but it was a close game.
It was,
which I guess is y'all's new formula now. Y'all just don't let teams get the ball.
For now, I think Jalen's starting to get into. I think we're going to start seeing those 2-3 play drives. Jalen, he was locked in on Sunday. He was making just insane throws.
What happens when y'all play a team that can just score, can actually just score every time they get the ball?
So I mean, the Rams are that team, and you play keep away.
Well, no, they're not that team. Not yet.
I mean, the Rams were one of the best offenses in the league. Rams scored one of the highest scoring team. Like, you just play keep away. Well, you have a 3-minute drive. We have an 8-minute drive.
Well, I'm talking like offenses like the Dolphins or like
we're going to have an 8-minute drive.
But what happens when every time they score, like every time they get the ball, more than likely they score or score some point. No matter if y'all get the ball, y'all have to score. But if y'all don't get, you know what I'm saying?
I think it's limit the number of possessions they have If it takes us 8 minutes to score and you 3 minutes to score, make sure you don't get the ball. Instead of 8 minutes, make it 9 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
But I see your point when you play more explosive offenses. I mean, you pay the defense, got to make a stop. Jalen Carter, hey dog, go get to her.
Yeah.
Just need a sack.
I also wonder what happens when, I don't know. I guess what happens when y'all play a defensive line that's just as big, but y'all play the Rams, and that's a good defensive line.
And the Commanders have a great defensive line.
Okay, but we're not talking about the Commanders.
I mean, the Commanders, like, they have Deron Payne, Jonathan Allen, Chase Young, Montez Sweat.
Up conversation.
I'm just like you can say what you want about the Commanders. We can talk about them now. They have one of the best defensive lines in the league. Like, the NFC East has probably some of the best defensive line. Like, every team has a stacked D line.
So, are you seeing it as a NFC rematch eventually waiting to happen, championship rematch between the Eagles?
Yes, but it's going to be in San Francisco, not Philadelphia. San Francisco has an easier schedule. Like, this week is the Jets for the Eagles, and then I think it's the Dolphins, the Chiefs, the Bills, the Cowboys. Like, it's that we're after this week. It's going to be
no one accounting for the eventual Kyle Shanahan overcompensation team falls apart part of the season?
Oh, the Yak Merchant is going to be exposed. I'm just waiting for when.
Yeah, it usually takes some,
Kyle Shanahan going to do something stupid. I'm with you.
I will say, as the weeks go on, maybe Brock Purdy's not bad, but
the Yak Merchant will be exposed.
There's a reason why certain teams and certain offenses beat him consistently.
Like, I'll say this: Sunday night, he had some great throws. Like, he threw with anticipation. Like, I'll give him that. But for the most part, what we talking about, man?
I'm talking about, like, offenses. There's like a reason why there's a certain type of offenses that beat Kyle Shanahan-led teams.
Oh, for me, I want to see a team, and this is where Kyle Shanahan excels, is the run game. I want to see that a team stop the run. Like, I'm really looking forward to that game because the Eagles can stop the run better than almost anyone. What happens when McCaffrey doesn't get 5 a pop? What happens when it's 3rd and 9?
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Like, what happens when you're in 3rd and 9, 3rd and 8, over and over and
the
over?
Eagles and Niners play?
Yeah, they play 5 weeks, I want to say. Like, that stretch for the Eagles, it's like the Cowboys twice, the Bills, the Chiefs, the Dolphins, the 49ers, the Seahawks.
Man, the 49ers, sweet, bro. Y'all keep...
I think so.
Y'all keep believing.
Like, I think...
Listen, all I'm going to say is y'all keep believing that methane that Kyle Shanahan keeps selling to the people, and...
I don't. We've been calling him frauds on this show since day one.
Frank Lucas sold the people dreams too. He just called his shit.
You don't get to blow a 28 to 3-point lead in the Super Bowl and come out unscathed.
Yeah. He just.
You don't get to send RG3 back on the thread of a layer. His.
I can't think what you're saying now, because I guess what happens when you shut down the run and you make them one dimensional, like, they can't really do nothing.
So that's why, again, like, that's why I'm looking forward. The Rams were a good test because Sean McVay runs a lot of motion, a lot of crazy runs, a lot of design. Stop that. Dolphins are going to be another great test. Mike McDaniels, same thing. And then Kyle Shanahan's last test. Like, I want to see at halftime, Christian McCaffrey got 20 yards rushing. What you going to do then, Kyle? You going to rely on the Yak Merchant?
He gonna put Brock Purdy on your ass.
And that's a wrap. If we know he passing, good night. Go ahead and put that boy back on.
Secondary is legit like that.
It's not, but the defensive line is.
Hey, they off.
You saw what Jalen Carter did last week.
First off, don't be throwing around Matthew Stafford like that either. I don't like that.
Dog, Jalen Carter has 3.5 sacks. He has more sacks in his first 5 games than I think every other defensive tackle the past like 10, 15 years except Aaron Donald. Skip.
He's good.
That boy nasty.
I don't know. Listen, y'all shouldn't. The NFL, listen, I don't get how,
Jordan Davis chasing down screens.
I don't get how the people in charge of the people in the business of winning football games. This is gonna sound crazy. The people in charge of football games sometimes let the wrong things get in the way of them drafting really good football players at positions that are premium, and they wonder why certain teams have these very lopsided rooms with like all this talent at one position because like some other team is just incompetent. I'm looking at. I always go back and I look at the world laughing at the Minnesota Vikings for taking Jalen Reagor. Just kind of just.
You mean the Eagles took Jalen Reagor?
I mean the Eagles taking Jalen
before Jalen.
Yeah, you're right.
That's a dark day. That's a dark. And there was a long time they took Earl Campbell. They took Brandon Graham over Earl Campbell. That one haunted the city for years. Until Brandon Graham strip sacks Tom Brady and Super Bowl wins the game.
Listen, all I'm saying is the Portland Trailblazers had a chance to draft Michael Jordan, and they did not.
Rest in peace, Sam Bowie. Think the Chiefs are coming to form? You think they're getting over this little? I don't want to call it a hangover because they won. Do you think they're getting over this little Super Bowl cold?
Yes, but no. I could see the Eagles and the Chiefs meeting in the Super Bowl again. I could just see two very different routes to get there. Like
the Eagles play the Chiefs in Arrowhead. I am really looking forward to seeing the Eagles pass rush on real grass and made grass, some hybrid grass that was in Arizona. Keep going.
What are you doing? No. What was that?
That was
that's hate.
Effect. Oh,
that's hate.
Yeah, I hate the team that beat the Eagles in the Super Bowl. Yes.
So if I'm hearing this correctly, and I think I might, you're partially blaming the loss on the type of field the Super Bowl was played on.
There have been plenty of players who have said that field was terrible on both sides.
I hear you. That's what the machine said. The machine said.
Fuck you.
You should look at how delusional a fan base. Y'all lost. Your QB and your offense blew a 10-point second half lead. Yes, you lost.
Yes, they did. I can't wait to see Jalen Carter throw Mahomes to the parking lot. It's going to be so violent.
Do it. That fine will come back. That brother might not have a game changer.
Hey, look, Jeffrey Lowe will recover it.
Yeah,
throw that man to the parking lot.
I bet. What? I'm talking about some grass. What about Purrrr on the Bengals? You think they're back on track?
I don't know, because their next opponent are the Seahawks, the Bills, and the 49ers. We about to find out.
Listen. How about in a few leagues, in one league I have Joe Burrow and Jamar Chase.
Mm-hmm.
In another league I just have Joe Burrow. In the league I have Joe Burrow and Jamar Chase. I literally was like, I can't. I also have Jordan Love, and I was like, I'm not starting Joe Burrow after this series of shaky games.
Can we jump back to something real quick? This made me think, as much as Joe Burrow's gotten sacked, do you think Nick Bosa enjoys sacking black quarterbacks more than white quarterbacks? Because he was having a ball pause on Sunday versus Dak. Like, I think he really, really enjoys.
Well, I think Nick Bosa enjoys. Isn't it like 6? I think he enjoys. I do think he enjoys that.
Yeah, like watching they play the Seahawks. Like, I hope that game is televised. I'd like to see the way he sacks Geno Smith compared to.
Yeah, he's got to get that January 6th energy out. He's got to do it.
Like his celebration is like the shrug. Like, he sacked Dak Sunday, and he almost broke his shoulders trying to shrug.
And what is he shrugging for? I'm confused.
I don't know. I just hate that he plays in ones. I hate it. Like, every time I see him, like, you know what you do.
He got paid.
He got paid. He deserved every dime. I ain't hating on the skill.
Yeah,
I just hate when he wears one. That he is mad.
Is the nation's capital home to the worst team in the NFL?
Eric Bieniemy getting set up.
You think so?
Hey, man, I started Sam Howell in our redraft year, and Sam, like, I think.
Wait, you started Sam Howell?
Yeah, Justin Herbert was on his bye week, so I started Sam Howell. He dropped 24. Like Sam Howell did all right. I think here's the thing. I think Ron Rivera's gonna get fired. Right? He probably should have been fired after that Eagles game when he decided to kick the field goal and go to overtime instead of going for 2. And his excuse was my offense was gassed. Again, that's Josh McDaniels level logic. What are we talking about?
They was tired.
If the defense was tired and you one play instead of God knows how many.
Oh, Bam, you've been working on this all week.
Yeah,
You was ready for us to talk about this. For those following along the audio adventure, Bam said that they're working on getting Ron down that river. Douche.
Bam. But Eric Bieniemy is going to be offered that job. Eric, do not take it. But the thing is, that's probably going to be his only head coaching opportunity. So he's going to have to take that job. He's going to have to deal with Josh Harris. He's going to have to deal with the ghost of Dan Snyder. He's going to have to deal with a team that's not good enough to draft a game-changing quarterback, but not good enough. Yeah, they're not going to be bad enough to get a quarterback, and they're not going to be good enough to do anything serious. So they're going to be on that treadmill of mediocrity with Sam Howell. Good luck, man.
That's where I thought my dynasty team was going to go this year until I sent straight to the depths of hell.
I mean,
and we're working through it.
Yeah, it works in dynasty, but especially in NFL. Like, you hate to be drafted 15th. Like, that's the worst position ever.
Let me ask you something.
Yep.
Where do you see? How would you value Najee Harris?
Not at all.
You don't find him valuable?
I mean, is Matt Canada on his way out?
How would you value Najee Harris to Ramondre Stevenson?
Pretty close.
In terms of decent running backs in bad offenses.
Well, I guess the question is, what offense do you think has the most potential to click faster, the Steelers or the Patriots? Because the calculator said Ramondre is more valuable, but I understand the versatility that Najee brings. What's up, Akili? How you doing?
How you doing, Akili?
It's easier to – you're not going to fire Matt Canada. I don't know. You might. Here's what I'll say. I think Najee might be a wash this year, maybe more potential next year under new OC. Patriots.
How long has Matt Canada been the OC, though?
Too long. One game is too long. I will say it's easier. It's not easier, but it's more likely that the Patriots – I don't know, man, because Mac Jones is terrible.
Terrible?
Like it's hard. I feel like it'd be easier to upgrade for Mac Jones. I kind of like Ramondre because Bill O'Brien is the OC. No, we're not hiring Big Ben to do anything. Big Ben not even allowed near school. We can't hire Big Ben to be calling plays.
That's funny.
So, yeah, for those on the audio adventure, Achilles said Najee is fine. The offense needs to fire Canada and hire Big Ben to call plays. Big Ben calling Uber Eats. That's all.
That's what he's doing?
That's all he's doing.
Let me ask you something. How you feel about this?
Okay.
Someone came to you and said, yo, I got Ramondre Stevenson and Cole Kmet.
So we're going to go back for Najee.
For Isaiah Pacheco and Christian Kirk.
Oh, accept that. What are we talking about? Yeah.
Why is that?
Ramondre Stevenson versus Isaiah Pacheco. Who's the better player? Is this dynasty?
I don't know. It could be redraft.
Okay. I got you. You're being very coy. Who's the better player, Ramondre or Isaiah? And what's the second half of that trade? Cole Kmet for Christian Kirk. That's a wash. I don't like Cole Kmet. Cole Kmet has burned me too. I don't like Cole Kmet.
Hey, he's he's not bad. He's not bad.
He's not good. So the question is, who do you value more, Christian Kirk or Ramondre Stevenson? Because the other two are wash.
All right.
Who do you value more?
So you would press decline?
Bam would press decline. Whoever I would want
I might
Ramondre.
have to. I'm just looking at this trade offer, and I just might have to press
Especially if
decline.
it's dynasty, I would want Ramondre.
You would want what?
I would want the Ramondre side. Oh, everyone's saying, yeah, the Stevenson side in dynasty. That's what. Yep. So Achilles says Stevenson in dynasty all day. Pacheco runs like the turf owes him money. Boy, too reckless. Correct.
Y'all think so?
I would value Ramondre over all three of those people. And if I have to take on Cole Kmet, fine. This is happening in this league, isn't it? We can just look at the rosters. Like we can, if it's our dynasty league, we can figure this out. This is very easy to do.
I did just get a trade offer from Gerson, though. Lord have mercy.
Oh, Gerson be busy. Gerson be sending trades. It'd be 3 a.m. He'd be in the chat. Offer. That man never sleep. He is Howie Roseman.
Khalil Herbert, a third, a 2024 third,
Okay.
a 2025 first for Devin A. Chaney.
No. Would you say that again?
Khalil Herbert,
No.
a third next year, and a first in 2025 for Devin A. Chaney.
So now we got to project. How bad do you think this team will be in 2 years? Like, how valuable will that pick be in 2 years? Like, is that person built to win now, or are they building for the future? If they're trading a 2025 first, it sounds like they're in win now mode.
They are.
Do you think that team will be good in 2 years?
It's Gerson's team.
Oh, it's Gerson. He has Jetta. Like, he has his window. He has a big window. Like, he has the chance to dominate. Don't do business with him. Don't let the bitch get richer.
Well, I wasn't very interested in that trade to begin with. That was pretty nasty.
Yeah, like he has Jalen, Jetta, Mark Andrews, Diggs. In 2 years, Diggs might be a little washed. Mark Andrews might be a little washed.
Bam called me foul.
Achilles said, "Do business." Achilles, you don't be answering nobody. And Bam, why is he foul? Foul.
Listen, let's get into some quick hits, to some big deal, no deal before we get up out of here. You want to start with a little college football, run through that?
Let's do it.
Oh shit. Gator J's in the fantasy dynasty chat saying the fire sale is on.
Nope.
Oh, brother.
Don't fall for it.
Guys, like I said, I am offering, if you are in need of maybe some a young Green Bay Packer wide receiver or some tight ends, I'm your guy.
You know what's frustrating? He says the fire sale is on. I've tried to get Jalen Waddle from him for a year, and he's always turned me down. And I have done calculator trades where I am the definite loser, and he still said no.
Bam. That looks like a fair trade to me.
Who said that?
That looks like a
fair
fair
commit
trade
for Christian Kirk. Why? Yeah. Achilles said, send him a respectful offer and you'll get a respectful reply. Okay, Achilles, I hear you.
He's talking to you.
I know he's talking to me. I said I hear you.
Yes, trades. Listen, can we start? We're gonna close this broadcast soon with how we began it, and that was with that hilarious ass trade. Ladies and gentlemen, I want y'all to know that Danny Ocean started this broadcast off by trying to trade Javonte Williams, Dalton Schultz, and a third-round pick for somebody else's first-round pick.
Hey, trade calculator said, "You got it, dude."
And then keeps talking about this motherfucking trade calculator.
Trade calculator said, "You got it, dude." I'm gonna offer for Jalen Waddle, and he gonna tell me no, and I'm gonna be very angry.
So Bam, Cole Kmet for Christian Kirk. Don't
Don't even send. Don't even hit send.
Who, me?
Bam. Don't even hit send. You're not gonna say yes. Because Bam, I'll give you Dalton Schultz for Christian Kirk.
Man, wait, I didn't mean to withdraw that, Bam.
See?
Bam. Let me tell you something. That's funny. That's funny.
All right, quick hitters. College football. Texas loses in the last 30 seconds to OU. On a scale,
Texas, you can still make it to the college football playoff.
On a scale from Bernie Mac to Steve Harvey, how funny is that?
Oh,
I'm sorry, Bernie Mac to Dave Chappelle. How funny is it?
Dave Chappelle like, because that was you could see it coming. Pause. Soon they scored with a minute something left. I said, man, it'd be unfortunate if they left this team too much time. And boy, did they! They didn't even eat the whole time. They went down and scored in like 40 seconds. Get out of here.
USC had 3 overtimes versus Arizona. They're not contenders. They're not a serious team.
I told y'all Kyler Murray 2.0 is not like that. Y'all will not believe me. He's going to get taken number 1 overall and it's going to look very similarly to Bryce Young in Carolina right now. But y'all don't want to hear me, though. And no, Kyle, he's saying Bernie Mac's funny. He's just trying to compare how hilarious it is. Yeah. Bernie Mac hilarious or Dave Chappelle just as hilarious, if not even more hilarious.
Yes. Thank you, D. Bama beats A&M at College Station.
Jimbo!
See ya. Well, listen, man. These coaches' buyouts are so massive. Whatever. Pay me to go away. Is it just me or is Bama just off this year? I don't feel it. It just doesn't feel like Bama.
Well, they don't have the bona fide number 1 overall pick quarterback that they've had in the last 3-4 years.
And I feel like they don't have like a receiver that can like take over.
Well, you need a quarterback. You got to get the quarterback first.
Louisville got Notre Dame the fuck out of here. Thank you, Louisville. That's 2 L's. Join a conference, bums. See you next year.
Well, technically, they kind of are in the ACC, but
they need to join the ACC. None of this half-stepping.
I want it. That want it. Listen, I was watching the game and I was like, man, Louisville looks more physical than Notre Dame. Yeah. They look like they kind of want to get after. They came to play, and I'm really just kind of like, how the hell did we get here, Louisville? Y'all are better than this. I mean, how the hell did we get here? Notre Dame, like y'all better than this. But
all right, I got another scale for you. This might be the new segment, the scale segment. Mm-hmm. On a scale from Romeo Juliet to Othello, how tragic was that Miami loss?
Oh man, that was Ricky and Boys in the Hood tragic. Oof. You just don't see shit like that on the regular, where a team intentionally loses on accident.
Dog.
That's the best way I can explain that. They intentionally lost on accident.
Dog. Ever since Miami signed with the Stripes, it ain't been right.
Yo, I sent Bam Cole Kmet for Christian Kirk. He sent me Christian Kirk for Sam Laporta. What are we doing here?
No, laugh at that. No. Clown him. Clown him like you clown me. Let's put that in the trade machine. Let's see what the trade machine says about that. Let's see how fucked up that is in the trade machine. Cole Kmet for Laporta.
No, he sent me Laporta for Christian Kirk.
Oh, okay. Let's see what the trade machine says. Trade machine said, fuck out of here. Trade machine crashed. Trade machine said, don't use me anymore.
MLB, I'm watching some playoff baseball behind me. What you've been thinking about some of these games.
So
the wild card series was all sweeps.
All sweeps. Not gonna lie, I've only really been invested in Phillies and Braves because there's this Twitter war between Phillies fans and the Braves mascot, and it's been hilarious. So I've been invested in Phillies Braves. Braves won last night, so it's tied 1-1. Really haven't been paying attention to much else. It's gonna the Astros are gonna win because why? They're the Astros.
Okay, so this is where Bam confuses me because he dropped him. He dropped Cole Kmet. And then after getting dropped, he puts back. Okay. He doesn't want Cole Kmet because he dropped him. Yet after he dropped it, like immediately after he dropped him, he starts scoring points.
Sounds like the owner. Sound like Dan Snyder to me. Achilles,
Yeah.
stay. We're gonna talk some other cool stuff before we leave.
Uh. Oh my gosh. Okay.
We're talking about MLB playoffs. Talking about the Phillies.
I don't want to too much get into fast lane because I don't really think much happened that was very remarkable. But I wanted to play this clip I found. This is
especially for you because you're kind of small.
Oh, we're gonna go with the size thing now.
Fuck
you, Pat. Seriously, I'm sick of your shit. I come the whole way here, take time away from my family to come to do your stupid fucking show. And you're gonna continue to disrespect me. Don't touch me. Fuck you, Pat. Fuck you.
No, fuck you. Get out of
Piece
here.
of shit.
Perfect. I love it because you know what? Pat McAfee isn't funny. I don't get it.
that was Adam Cole on the Pat McAfee show. When I watched it, even now when I watch it, I still don't know if this is real or not.
I hope it is because he's not funny. ESPN building their brand around a bozo, around Barstool Light. Sad times. And maybe that's hate. He's a great WWE announcer. Like in that
I think
space.
this is old, and I don't think this is real. I think it was a skit,
Kyle said that was actually on his show.
but it was on the show.
Okay. I don't care if it's
It was on the
kayfabe.
show.
Achilles, I just don't think he's funny. Like he's just a PG-13 Barstool version.
Wait, through all that, that's what you got from that clip?
I've never liked Pat McAfee. I don't get it. He not funny. He a wannabe Dan Le Batard. He PG-13 Barstool.
So you just pick and choose what white men you love and don't love.
No, someone
I got
someone tells
you
me.
wanted them pick and choose white men lovers.
I mean, aren't we all? You love all white men?
I don't know. I don't love no white men. I don't get down like that, brother. I don't get down like that.
All I'm saying is ESPN building a brand around Dollar General Dave Portnoy, and it's not gonna work.
Nah, I ain't gonna let you talk. Yo, I ain't gonna let you talk about my guy Pat like that. He'd be funny.
He's funny on SmackDown. Like again, when in entertainment, like WWE, yeah, put him. I want him in the booth. He's great. But when we're talking about sports and serious stuff and stuff that matters, nah, dog, he's a moron. Like, get him off
yeah,
my
I would
TV.
expect that from someone who thinks Donovan McNabb is a better quarterback than Eli.
Hey, man, you can sit and listen to
didn't
that
expect
foolishness if you want to. He not funny.
Let me ask you one more question as we kind of wrap this thing up.
Yep.
Isn't that Drake album?
Dog, I stopped.
What song you get to?
I think I got to like 13 or 4. I had like 3 or 4 songs. I couldn't do it, man.
Listen, I think it's a long project. I would say it's
I appreciate that. Like
it's not as digestible as some of the other ones, but I can tell you there's from the first 11, he'd get like a real good song here, and then maybe a sleeper here, and a real good song here, and a sleeper here. But let me tell you something. There was a run in here that was
8 a.m. in Charlotte was for me, that was it. Like 8 a.m. in Charlotte, yes.
Listen, Drew a Picasso, members only. What would Pluto do? All the parties, 8 a.m. in Charlotte. That's a solid little run. Now, Joe Budden had some discourse about the album, basically saying, yo, man.
And Joe wasn't even disrespectful. Joe Budden been the biggest Drake head for like 10 years. He
also listen, lost in all this is he started and ended his take with saying, I like the album, but at what point do we kind of grow? Stop messing with these 25-year-olds so we can maybe, get some more advanced thoughts and knowledge and rhymes from you. And my man came back with some personal shots.
Like, yeah, baby out here threatening to kill him. Like, what?
Okay. Listen.
We got
Birdman.
his father making Instagram posts. Like, come on, dog. Your father's in his 60s. Dog, go watch Price is Right.
Dennis and Birdman, can y'all sit down? Because what are y'all doing? What are y'all doing? I don't know. But let me tell you something. This I'm gonna tell you one song that's been randomly hidden. The first half of this Calling for You, it kind of go.
Is this the one where he disses Rihanna?
Oh no! Wait a minute. Hold on. We're gonna get to that one because I got some thoughts on that one. But my man was kind of floating on this. Hey, nah, my man was sliding. He was kind of sliding on that.
And then it's the quote about this album wouldn't be what it is without Lil Yachty. It's like, okay.
First off,
that's what
Yachty.
it is.
Yachty been hot this year. I like
Yachty is ass. Yachty been ass. J. Cole carried that song. Like,
first off, nah, stop, because Yachty was getting his shit off.
No, he was not.
You hate
Yachty ain't got no shit to get off. He is terrible. No, let me not say that. He's not terrible. He's just not for me.
Hold on. This is petty too, by the way. Why he petty?
All he know how to do is pick on women.
He's anti. First off, stop playing with, because I love that album. First off, can I ask you a question? How do you feel about him saying that the sex with Rihanna is average? You can't just say that. I mean, you can.
Hate.
Okay.
Hate.
But ladies get it off on brothers too, respectfully speaking.
I mean, that's true. Here's the thing, right? There's a certain status.
If she called him shrimp meat, we would be clowning him.
Here's the thing. There are certain women that you just know. Rihanna, Meg Thee Stallion, Halle Berry. Like, you just know.
No, I'm going to let you finish. Because I don't know where the fuck you're taking the culture with this sentence.
You know exactly what I'm trying to say.
No, because if you're saying what I think you're saying, then I don't assume that with nobody, because I don't know.
I can assume with good, like, if I had to bet money, I would bet yes. How about that? Rihanna wanted to.
Why are you betting on that? You don't know.
You just know, man.
No. Matter of fact, sometimes some of the most fire looking do not be the most fire.
Whoa. Let me stop. Bam. Halle Berry in her 50s, and she's still one of the prettiest women on this earth. We're not going to diss Halle Berry. She is a cornerstone.
You are so old. You are so
I'm in my 30s. I grew up on Halle Berry.
What's that about?
Halle Berry, 57 years old. She finer than almost every woman you know.
Listen, Drake, you cannot let the world know that the sex was average. But at the same time, I also understand, because women be getting it off mad frequently. You know, sometimes women will let the world know that you got some shrimp meat. You got a baby dick. You can't get it up.
But you know what it is? Had Rihanna wanted to stay with him, they'd still be together. Like, I feel like he thinks that should be his wife. That should be his baby with ASAP instead of ASAP.
No, y'all. What if he didn't? What if he don't? What if he don't?
Nah,
what if the baby?
He was smitten with her. He was
was smitten until he had him a little Caribbean ting.
He was
that pushed his muffin cap back.
You saw him at the VMAs. We saw him at the VMAs that year.
Achilles said he can't take him serious because he had a bar on Slime You Out where he says, whipped in chains like you American slaves. Hold on. But on that same song, he also said, July. That's when I found out July. And that shit was fire. Fuego.
Thank you, Achilles. Drake is salty. He too soft for her, man. I'll say this. This is another bet I'd make. If Rihanna called him next week and was like, I'm leaving ASAP, I want to be with you forever, I'm on the way. He on the way, not me. He on the way.
Real music right here on this song. This is real hip hop. Y'all hear this? This was real hip hop. This was real hip hop. Hey.
Oh no!
Hey.
It's time to go. We're done here. D,
Just
where
shake
can
that ass me.
where can the people find you? We're not listening to no sexy red.
Listen, you can find me on Instagram, Twitter, Twitch, YouTube at Los Demix, LOSDEEMIX. Listen, people, music is art. Art is meant to be critiqued. It is meant to be consumed, but you must digest it first. Whether you love the Drake album or you hated it, you must digest and listen. You must take in the message and understand conceptually the message in which he was trying to convey, in the method in which he was trying to convey it. Read the lyrics, understand why he chose certain samples, why he went with certain rhythmic things. This is not only inclusive of this Drake album, this is in which all art that you consume, because art is really meant to be consumed and digested by us consumers. I think now we live in a microwave society. Too many of y'all don't really appreciate what you're hearing before you're so quick to say things are trash. I'm not saying this Drake album is the greatest thing I've ever heard, but I'm not saying it's the worst thing I've ever heard. I've heard some real bullshit. Trust me.
Hey, it's not for me. Don't ski weed in front of an AKA because you might get your ass whooped.
That's what? Don't ski in front of an AKA. Oh my goodness. What? Now you want to know who was some real music?
Are you about to play Teddy Pendergrass? I've been in this Teddy Pendergrass hole for like the past 3 days.
Yo, I just know when you wake up in the morning, you like let out like a yell when you get out of bed because your back hurt. That's how old you sound.
Dog, Teddy.
Yeah, my backhead ass, boy.
That's the class. Hey man, you out here taking her out listening to Drake. You put on some Teddy, you wouldn't even make it to the restaurant.
You got to put on some of this Diddy. You hear this?
So I heard the Love album is good. I haven't listened to it yet.
This shit right here kind of saucy. Listen, ladies and gentlemen, you could have been anywhere in the world, but you were here with the Speak On It cast. We gave y'all a couple hours, so if you happen to be listening, we appreciate it. Hope you enjoyed it. To everyone here in the chat, we appreciate y'all. We'll be back same time next week talking about any and everything. Come with all thoughts, questions, because we are ready to speak on it. Ladies and gentlemen, God bless.